In this video, I will show you how to earn on news background with Booster Bot. I will show you the full guide and you will be able to earn safely on news after this video. And if you don't know what earning on news is, then keep a couple of screenshots and examples. Well, now let's go to the video itself. The very first thing you have to do is to go to the site Forex Factory. The link to it I will leave in the description. Next, choose a filter and remove yellow news. You should have only red, orange and white news. This means that the weekend or holidays at the banks. Select the 3 ticks and click apply filter. Then you will have exactly the same settings as me, and now you will see the most key news. For example, today's key news will be the British pound and the dollar. How can you trade these news? There are 2 options. The first option is to get a signal from the Booster Bot 3 minutes before the time that is written here. And the second option, you just trade on the increased volatility on these currency pairs. This is what I propose to do. All currency pairs that have the British pound and have the dollar are suitable for me. British pound, Japanese yen, I am satisfied with this currency pair, so I go to the Booster Bot. And I select that currency pair and I select a 1-minute trade time. I get a buy signal and I immediately open my buy trade. You can trade the news itself, it's quite safe, but you can also trade on the increased volatility because all the volumes all day long on these particular currency pairs will be increased. The market is getting ready. The market is being prepared for this news, for this time, and accordingly, there is a very strong struggle between buyers and sellers. And on this increased volatility, you can make a great profit, which I want to do now. Great first deal brings me $900. I will open the next deal for $1,200 and now let's choose where the dollar is. There's the euro dollar, but I'll choose the dollar, the Canadian dollar. As you can see, really elevated volumes, very few intervals. All the candles are so intense and have a very momentum nature, so I pick the dollar, Canadian dollar. I pick an expiry time of 1 minute. And I get a sell signal and immediately open a sell trade. At the last moment, the deal closes at 0. A little scared me, this currency pair. So I will change it to, let it be the British pound, Canadian dollar, and raise my bet to $1,400. I choose this currency pair, time to trade 1 minute. And I get a buy signal and immediately open my buy trade. And this trade brings me almost $300. Not bad. As you can see, the increased volatility shows itself very well at 1 minute of expiration, or in other words, 1 minute per trade. But if you want to trade exactly the news itself, then keep the full guide. Before the release of the news itself, that is, if you have the news at 2 o'clock, you need to open a deal at 1 hour 57:30 seconds. In 3 minutes, you learn from the Booster Bot where the price will go and open 2.5 minutes before the release of the news. And it's the same with any other time. You just subtract minus 2.5 minutes from this time and then you get into the signal. By the way, there is such a magic currency pair as the British pound dollar. Let me try to make money on it. This currency pair now has the highest volatility. For $1,800, I will open my deal. I choose this currency pair. The time for the deal is also 1 minute. I get a signal to sell and immediately open my deal to sell. A great trade brings me $1,400 profit. And as you can see, with a news background, it is very easy to make money on the same currency pairs on which the news will be released. What that means is that all day long there will be increased volatile volume on all currency pairs that have the British pound and have the dollar. Just look at the volume on the Canadian dollar. And if I open some other currency pair, there's not going to be as much volume here as there is on the same dollar or the British pound. Just look at how much the volumes have increased and how you can capitalize on them. If you want a more detailed guide, you'll find it in the free Telegram channel of the BoosterBot team. Well, or the second option is to ask the support account. You write to support that you want to trade news and they will help you to understand it. And accordingly, you will be able to make money on news with the help of BoosterBot. In general, I leave all useful links in the description. Go and make money with BoosterBot.